Hey again. I just wanted to come back and go through one kind of tricky one that I just came across to make sure that we're not confused. Okay. So this is still in topic number 2, which is identifying dialogue and flow quotes. So remember what we talked about is that if there's a comma and a capital letter, then that means that there's a pause and that's a dialogue quote. If there is no comma and no capital letter, that means that there's no pause, and we would call that a flow quote because it all flows together. So this one is a little bit tricky, all right? So it says, 11 explained that even though they're extinct, dinosaurs are the greatest animals ever. So here we have this comma before the quote starts, which is a little bit tricky because it looks like it might be a dialogue quote. Um, but don't be fooled by that, okay? So an easy way to tell is that we don't have a capital letter at the beginning of the quote. So right away that tips us off that this is still going to be a flow quote because there's no capital letter there. We also have our that bolded. And whenever NoRedInk bolds a that, it usually means it's going to be a flow quote. It all flow together. In this case, even though they're extinct, is a parenthetical, something that, it has commas on both sides of it. And if you took it out of the sentence, the sentence would still make sense without it. So if the sentence were 11 explained that dinosaurs are the greatest animals ever, that would clearly be a flow quote. It all would flow together. But what they're trying to do is trick you by putting in this parenthetical. Okay, so don't be fooled by that. And this one is getting back to normal, right? So warned me, comma, capital letter, all the rules for a dialogue quote. All right, just wanted to check in about that one. As always, remember to ask if you have questions.